inspirational story. He's just written a book. He had a brain tumour. Unfortunately, it's left him in a wheelchair. Now, the story goes that he was found passed out on the bedroom floor by his girlfriend. And after a 7th trip to the doctor, the medics finally diagnosed him with a brain tumour. The tumour grew slowly over a number of years. And Tom's written a book about this to raise awareness. Let's get Tom on the show this morning. Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Stu. Thanks for having me.
That's not a problem. You're most welcome. Just talk us through the story then. So how did this come about? Because obviously the book, we're going to talk about the book next, but in terms of the actual diagnosis, so you were found on the bedroom floor by your girlfriend, but you've been to the doctor several times, hadn't you?
I had, yes. I'd been, well, I'd kind of tried to avoid it for as long as possible. Just before I was found, I'd been on holiday to Turkey, which was quite a miserable time. And so I decided about to investigate what was happening. And I've been to the doctors 6 times before that and got absolutely nowhere. And then my girlfriend at the time found me on the floor, and then I was taken to an emergency doctor who told me to go back to my doctors and demand an MRI scan and not leave until I was promised one. Unfortunately, I was. So yes, then I went for an MRI scan in Canning, and that's when they found it and took me by ambulance by blue light straight to Stafford Hospital.
Yeah. How long ago was this, Tom? How many years ago now?
How long? It was 2007.
Okay, so some years on. Before you were actually diagnosed then, so you were having head pains, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that a common thing, a symptom, a sign?
Yes, but the problem with mine was it kind of evaded the common common symptoms. Apparently, it's quite difficult to get to sleep because when you lie down is when you get the most pressure in your head. But that wasn't happening for me for some reason. So when I lay down, I wasn't getting the pains in my head. It was when I was upright, sitting up or standing up. But and I also had I was doing lots of when I went to see the doctor, they were getting me to do balance tests. So kind of like when you are stopped by police for
isn't it, Tom? In terms of the book, it's quite an inspirational. What's the book called, firstly?
It's called Brain Tumours, Bonham and Fat Pigeons.
Mm-hmm. And how long, when did you start writing the book? How long did it take you to write it?
It took me about 3 years. I've got a thing called ataxia, which means that I tend to have tremors, particularly in my right arm, and my concentration isn't great. So I was writing things and then having to go back over it. Then I'd write something else and have to go back to see what I'd written before, so that I wasn't repeating anything. So it took about 3 years.
And where can we buy the book? Where's the book available, Tom?
It's exclusively on Amazon. I can't give you the page to go to because it's a weird code.
That's fine. I'll search it out, don't worry. We'll post something out about this on our socials, Tom. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, it's quite a wonderful story in the fact that you've managed to write a book, obviously, about this, and most importantly, to raise awareness of the situation that you found yourself in. 17 years on, you were quite young at the time, so are you 41 now? Am I right in saying you're 41?
Yeah, 41 now. I was 24 at the time.
Well, that's no age, is it? I mean, how are you now, most importantly?
I'm pretty good in terms of health-wise. I'm absolutely fine. But as you can hear, my voice has been vastly affected for about the first 6 months of my return to consciousness. I was unable to talk at all. I had a tracheostomy, and that was connected to a machine to help me with my breathing. So yes, I had that. I'm in a wheelchair. I've got severe double vision and very poor sight, so I wear glasses with one lens frosted.
Yeah.
I've got the ataxia, but I'm actually pretty good health-wise.
I mean, the whole thing, when I read the story, it's quite inspirational, really, as I said before, and it's wonderful to hear that you're doing all right. And that book, I can only urge people to grab a copy. Just remind us of the title of the book again, if you can, Tom.
It's Brain Tumours, Bonham and Fat Pigeons.
Brilliant. Listen, the very best of luck with it. We'll give it a push on our socials. I want to thank you for your time, if that's okay, Tom. I'm a little bit out of time now because I've got to go to the news, but I appreciate you giving us a